friends, it is I, the Mets fan known as DiffeRant Jeff. How are you all, friends? But let's reveal the real shirt underneath the DiffeRant Jeff shirt. Excuse me for the flat head of hair. I just got out of the shower. I would like to say, before I get into any of the important matters, this is DiffeRant Jeff. I am in my car. And I want to say I'm very proud of the Mets. My team, been a Mets fan since I was a little boy. What's up, Hazel? How are you? Bet you this week did you consider taking the Hurricane out of your title? The last couple weeks. I have been a Mets fan since I was a little guy. A huge Mets fan, very big, since a long time and forever. And I even got to meet a couple of the 86 Mets after the 86 World Series. I got 3 of their autographs on my glove. I think it was, that sometime maybe the next year or that fall or something. It's amazing. And I'm really happy that the Mets made it to the National League Championship Series. So I just wanted to start off by saying that. They're kind of like a hard luck team. Everyone always kind of teases them, makes fun of them, but they're a good team. And I feel that the real fans have stuck it out with them. And so let's go Mets. If you don't have a team, hop on with me, root for the Mets. And if you do, respect to you as well. I will say sometimes I watch the games on DVR, so I'm not always up to live. So no spoilers. I try to change my name, but YouTube doesn't cooperating. I like your name though. I actually like Hurricane Hazel. It's an awesome name with the HH, and I love hurricanes. I think they're really interesting. But Al, what's up, buddy? Thanks, man. Guys, check out Animated Alex if you're looking for something interesting and odd. He's a very smart and interesting artist. We've been YouTube buddies since I started. And I think he's been doing it even longer than me, so he understands the struggle. Your comment vanished, so I read 3/4 of it. But thanks, Al. Hope everything is well. I saw your van. Your van is looking snazzy. It's your dog's nickname, Hurricane Hazel. I like it. I had some family down in Sarasota area actually, and they all evacuated, and they're on the east coast of Florida, I believe. And I think everyone did okay, but I haven't heard a lot of really specific damage reports from Florida. I'm very curious to see what happened. Hello, Mona. Yeah, so far it looks like everyone did okay. I had everyone evacuated to different areas. A lot of people down there, a lot of family down there. People went over to Miami, and some people even came up north a little bit. And I haven't heard though, as far as like their properties and their houses and stuff like that. So I'm still waiting. Been checking the phone to see what kind of updates I would get. Yeah, definitely prayers to them. I checked. I'm always checking Twitter, and I was watching live streams last night of the storm, and I was very curious to see what was going on. But I don't know. I almost feel like maybe it wasn't as bad as was predicted, but we'll have to wait and see today. Anyways, I just wanted to start by saying let's go Mets, and then also just to show off my goodies again. This is my shirt for my merch store. It says DiffeRant. It's DiffeRant, and then at the bottom it says, "Are you different?" I will say something about my merch store. I'm not thrilled with them because I ordered a mug. I designed a mug. It has this pattern on it, and it has not shipped yet. So warning, do not order the mug if you were thinking about it. I may either delete that listing from the shop or maybe just get a different merch store, because these people seem to be having a lot of trouble. They wrote me back saying, "Oh, we're having trouble because of all the hurricanes," and whoever is printing the mugs. It's been like 4.5 weeks and I haven't gotten my mug. I was buying it because I wanted to test the merch. I'm happy with the t-shirt though so far. It's a soft fabric, and but I actually think I need to delete the mug from the listing. Maybe even consider getting another store. I mentioned this in the last live stream. The competitor, who's a good store, they need all these cookies. They want your social security number and everything, and I really don't want to. You washed your hoodie twice. Nice. It didn't shrink. The color stayed good. Everything is good with it. Did you? I'm curious if you put it in the dryer or you hang dry. I hang dry all my hoodies. I'm curious what you did, just to know for, if it shrinks or not, because I like to know. But anyways, I want to celebrate 2,000 subscribers, and thank you guys. It's so cool. We gained. I'm going to tell you guys the statistics. I'm always all about the statistics. Yesterday, the new video was yesterday. Wait, what is today? You hung it dry. Okay, good, smart. That's what I do too. I actually used to wash my hoodies on cold, but now my wife just throws everything in together, and much to my surprise, it's still okay. when was the new video? Okay, today's Thursday. I posted my new video on Tuesday, the new Sister Wives video, and it has gained to this point 107 watch hours on that video so far. I think it's up to 1.6K views. And it's a pretty long video. It's getting good click-through rate, which means how often someone sees the thumbnail and they choose to watch it. And it's gained 28 subscribers, that video alone, which is so cool. You know, I've talked about this before. Some days you'll get 1, 2, 0. You'll go several days with getting 0. I've gone prior to doing Sister Wife stuff, I would go weeks with gaining 0 subscribers. In fact, sometimes you just lose one. You lose 1 or 2 here and there. So to gain that many in one day is an awesome feeling. As you all know, I've been doing this full time for 4.5 years since COVID started, and to see that it's finally starting to dig in a little bit, it feels amazing. So I wasn't really expecting to hit 2,000 subscribers this week. It's funny because I hit 1986 subscribers, and that's the last time the Mets won the World Series. And so I posted that into my chat with my Mets friends, and they said, you should freeze your subscriber count so that, you know, you stay there until the Mets win the World Series or something. And I was like, well, I can't be freezing it because, you know, Bob, like, maybe we'll get to 2024 subscribers. Thank you so much. You've been supporting me so much, Ramona. I appreciate it. You guys, Other Mona, also known as Ramona, has been extremely kind and supportive in all possible ways, in all ways that I could even ask, and more so. And I'm like, I feel like I need to do more, you know, do more for you guys. So I'm still working on ways to improve on my Patreon so that I'm giving back more. I got my 3rd Patreon supporter this week. This is where I'm at. Okay, this is a celebratory thing. I have a few things I want to talk about, but I want to just say thank you all so much. I'm at 2,003 subscribers right at this moment, and it does bring the question to my mind. Like, I always have this weird abstract thing in my mind, like, what's a number that will make me happy? I used to be 1,000 subscribers is going to make me so happy, and it did, until I realized that at the time I didn't even have close to enough watch hours to get monetized, because it's really, you know, we want to get monetized, so then we feel like all this time and effort we're putting into is actually legitimately helping our family, instead of that's just an art form and we're having fun, we're making people laugh. That's very valuable. In the end of the day, making people laugh is the most valuable thing. But so now it's kind of like, okay, I'm at 2,000 subscribers, and my channel watch time hours at this moment are 3,600 and I think 4 watch hours. And as I've told you, the watch time doesn't tally for 6 days. So that is 3,600 hours as of 6 days ago. So if we do the math, okay, yesterday I got 107 hours on this video. Okay, so that's not going to tally up for 6 days. So I'm getting, you know, sometimes I'm jumping up 15 hours a day, 20, 30 hours a day, sometimes 50 hours a day, and it depends. So by this time next week, when I get this extra 100 hours, I probably will be close to 3,800, maybe 3,850, depending on how good the rest of the week goes. So we're really, really, really getting close to 4,000 watch hours. And I know you all are helping me. I can see, I check my statistics. I can see when videos are going, people are watching more than one video and stuff. So keep doing that if you're enjoying them. You know, it always helps if you engage with the video, if you click like and you comment, because as YouTube sees that, and then they say, oh, we better show these videos to more people. I could tell I'm getting new people. It's so awesome to have new commenters. It's awesome to have old commenters and regulars. The fact that I have some regulars, I don't have a number of how many regulars I have, but I could tell, Hazel, you've been so supportive. It's so good to have new supporters, new energetic. Oh, come back. Oh, geez. The comment disappears really fast. Ah, man, I didn't get to read that fully. I saw. That's very frustrating. I got to read faster. It's tough to read and talk. I need to stop talking every time I get a comment, which is fine. I like that. Sorry, I missed most of that, but I know you've been watching a lot, and it's been very helpful. Oh, they did? Oh, awesome. So I've been lucky enough to do 2 cameos so far. Some people are like, don't tell people how many. I think it was my brother. One of my brothers said, don't tell people that you've only done 2. Don't tell people that you only have 2 or 3 Patreon squares. Pretend that you have 1 million, and then they'll be like, wow. And that's just not my style. I'm just really happy to have a few things going here. And so I did 2 cameos so far. And so the thing with Cameo is, you know, Cody Brown, the actual Cody Brown, is on Cameo, and apparently he charges an exorbitant amount of money. I don't know what he does. Berates people, freaking, like, you know, grimaces at them. I'm not sure. Says happy birthday probably. But if you can't afford the real Cody, get the best Cody impersonator in the world. I am marketing myself as the #1 Cody Brown impersonator in the world. I have yet not seen anyone else. I'll give a shout out to the only other channel I've seen that did a Sister Wives parody. It's called Southern Sister Wives, I think. And they do something very interesting. Very interesting. There's a group of people, middle-aged people, and what they do is they kind of lip sync the episodes. So it's very funny, and some of their videos look like they do really well. I don't know if they post like everything regularly or what. I don't follow them, but I probably should, shouldn't I? I don't know if they've ever seen what I do, but I just was, there's not a lot of people out there doing this. Where am I going with this? Anyway, so I do a lot of different characters. I do James the Handyman. I have a character I did called Rocky Rainbow, who's a British baby heavy metal star. He makes heavy metal for babies. And I was invited to do a cameo for Rocky Rainbow last week, and it was fun, and I enjoyed doing them because you just kind of improvise with a couple little points to act on. And every little bit of these things helps. So I've got now I have 3 paid Patreon members. And that means Patreon, in case you don't know, is an other website where you get exclusive content, different content. I give a little bit more of a personal side of myself on that website. I'll post voice notes. I'll post pictures of my artwork, songs, exclusive videos that I'll post only on Patreon. I'm about due to make one for Patreon, actually. And then for certain tiers, you get different rewards. For example, if you're in the Emerald tier of higher, I have a song that I made up, and I'll put your song and your name in the song. Currently have one member, Ramona, in that tier, and I have Barbara in the DiffeRant Gold tier, and I just got Deborah in the DiffeRant, first member of the DiffeRant's Heroes. So it's awesome. And as far as channel members, let me just get all this crap out. Sorry. Channel members. I have 2 channel members now. For YouTube channel members, you can join on YouTube and also get other things such as my custom made emojis and badges. And then there's other things you can get early access to some of the videos, etc., etc. If you join at the highest level of membership, you can get access to members only live streams, etc., etc. I have Otter Mona, aka Other Mona, as one of my channel members, and I have Tulips and Cats as my other channel member. So that's my way of saying 2,000 subscribers, doing really well. Very grateful to all the different people who have supported. I've gotten a handful of super thanks now, and I've gotten a couple of super chats now. There are ways you can kind of tip me. This video is not all about this stuff. I'm sorry. I just had to run it down because a lot of it's very new. And once I get to 4,000 watch hours, which should be probably within 2 weeks, I would say, I will be able to start putting advertisements on my videos, which will be a little annoying for the viewer. I hate that. I hate having to click through ads, but it's just a part of YouTube. I do it. Everyone I watch has ads on them, and it's just part of it. And I will start putting ads on my videos soon, and then I will start making pennies on the video, because I watched a video of somebody who had a similar size channel as mine, and they made something like $125 in their first month. I don't know if I'll make more or less than that in my first month, but I just can't wait to see. I'm so curious. So when I said how many subscribers will matter to me, like what will be the number that matters? 2,000 is awesome. Some weird part of my brain, I was like 3,700. Then I know I have a lot. But if I'm really truly honest, I feel like once I get to like 10,000 and above, I'll feel like I'm a known channel. Not known. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I just want to know that I continue to grow. And I have a fear that I'll hit a plateau at some point, and then I'll just be like treading water and sinking. But I'm going to keep trying to make good content, make new content. I'm going to keep looking for new shows to do. I don't really have time to do new shows right now. Last week I did a Duggar short, and it did pretty well. Didn't do as well as my Sister Wives shorts, but I think it's important to have some variety. So I'm just really happy to have all of you guys with me here and supporting. And also to know that people are enjoying the video. So I was trying to say the click-through rate of the new video was like over 11%, which is really, really good. That means how many people see the thumbnail and they choose to watch it. And then the next statistic that I don't talk about a lot is average time viewed of video. So this new video, I think it was close to 7 minutes long. Hey, oh, geez. Take the family out to lunch to celebrate. Other Mona. Aw. That's too generous. You guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. That is my first $10 super chat I've ever gotten. And that is very, very cool. I gotta find a way to like make you some handmade art and send you some stuff. Or maybe at least I can make you some digitals. I don't know what I can do. I have to feel like I have to do more for you. But thank you so much. That's awesome. Um, I was watching live stream coverage of Hurricane. I was going to say Hurricane Hazel. I was watching live stream coverage last night of Hurricane Milton, and this guy was getting so many, like he was getting Venmos and PayPal. I mean, the guy has like 500,000 subscribers. His name Max Velocity, I think. He's a good weather channel to follow if you're interested in like those, like, I think that's his name. I just watched him for the first time yesterday. But he was like, his whole video, his entire video was comprised of thanking people. At one point, I was like, he hasn't said anything about the storm in like 10 minutes. He's like, thank you for the $10. Thank you for the $15. $50. Oh, $50. Thank you for the $50. Thank you very much for that. Oh, and this on PayPal. Oh, it's funny because it's like at some point, it's just cool. He's making money. Thank you so much, Ramona. You're very kind. So what I was saying is that what was I saying? I know what I was saying. Okay, so the average watch time of this week's video was also very high. Normally people will watch for like 2 to 3 minutes. That's what I experienced on my channel so far. But in the last several months, when the fans have gotten more into the videos and the videos have gotten better, like my average watch time for this new video is 5 minutes and 50 seconds, which is really good for my channel and really good considering the video I think is only 6 minutes 30, maybe 7 minutes. And knowing the attention span of most people, that says a lot. A, says a lot about my fans, and B, says a lot that people are really enjoying the content. And that helps the watch time grow exponentially. Instead of getting 1 minute per average or 2 minutes, I'm getting 5 minutes. So again, this has been an awesome week. And I always I'm so excited to check back into my YouTube just to see, like, is it still growing? Is it still growing? I woke up today knowing that it was probably positive because I went to sleep. I think it was at 1998 when I went to sleep. And so it's just another, it's just another thing. And then I'll be like, it'll be normalized. Oh, 2000. It doesn't sound like a lot to me. It doesn't sound like a lot to me. So but at this point, I don't think 3,000 is going to sound like a lot. But when you see a channel, I'm curious, please feel free to comment. If you see a channel and you see how many subscribers they have, what number, please be honest, what number of subscribers do they have? Do you think, oh, this is a big channel, or, oh, that's a lot? Because now that I've been on YouTube for a while, I know if I see someone with like, I guess it's like 2.7 or less, this is just a total abstract. I'm like, oh, they're pretty big, but I feel like you can accumulate a lot of subscribers just by picking lint out of your belly button. That's pretty popular. People like that. Local Art Witch. Hey, thank you so much. That's cool. That's a very cool name. Tell us if you want. Tell us you make art. What do you do? That's a very cool screen name. I've never seen you comment before. Thank you so much for making your voice heard and joining the live stream. Yeah, thank you so much. I was just saying it's awesome to have 2,000, and I'm wondering what's a good number to get where you can like kind of be comfortable. Hopefully we just keep growing. But I can't always expect to gain 28, 30 in a day. So here's where we are. I filmed my next short today, and I've been consistently doing 2 shorts a week and at least 1 live stream a week. The live stream has not been accumulating the watch time as I was hoping. There's some weird thing with YouTube does with live streams, and I've been asking questions, Googling it, and it's frustrated. I draw and make crochet dolls. Oh, that's so cool. I'd like to have you on while I work. Oh my gosh, thank you. That's so cool. Crochet dolls. Very cool. Leave a comment below, like not in the live stream because the comments disappear for me. But if you comment below on this, I will definitely go check you out. Do you post videos of your artwork? Anyways, thanks for saying hello. I'm glad if you enjoy what I'm doing. I really do appreciate it. I've always wanted to be an actor, be a performer, be a comedian, and just to have like a modest but growing audience right now is so satisfying. And I just want to make sure I continue to deliver stuff that you guys like. So I was saying I filmed my new short today, which is the finale of season 5 of Sister Wives. And what happens in that episode, for anybody who may forget, is they're still working on trying to get Mary to pick something for the design of her new house. And it's funny because I've thought about doing some Sister Wives live streams just to get people to chat with me about it, because I still have a lot to learn. In case you don't know, I'm only up to season 5 chronologically and the new stuff, the very, very new season. So I'm going to get to that in a second, because I posted a poll and I want to talk to you guys about the results of the poll. It was a pretty good poll. A lot of people engaged. I think I got 20 votes, which is really nice because you can get a good cross section. But let's read this. Thank you very much. Yeah. I don't know why these comments keep disappearing so fast. I read 90% of that, and then the last line I lost. I'm a slow reader. I got this bright light shining in my eye, and my eyes are getting a little bad. I spend too much time editing. That's like my like worst nightmare. I'd be like, I reached 100,000 subscribers, but I can't edit anymore because I'm blind. Hopefully by that point I can hire someone to do the initial edit for me, but I'm too controlling. I couldn't allow that. Seriously, I do worry about this stuff. Like, how long will I be able to like edit? Because the editing is really tedious on the eyes. Because you're like, you want to get it like perfect. But anyway, so the episode I'm working on right now, I just filmed this morning, is the season 5 finale, and I was just saying, the change that Mary has undergone in the last really last 2 seasons is very strange to me. Because in the beginning, I felt like she was the most solid, one of the most solid, and she was strong. And now she's very emotionally volatile, and she cries almost more than Robin at this point, which is kind of like a joke I've made a couple times in the last few. Cody's like, geez, who's crying more now? And and I'm not making light of being emotional. I'm a very emotional guy, but I don't understand. She has something to do with not being able to have the other kids, I'm assuming. But anyways, this episode, she just struggles so much to pick a tile, pick a freaking piece of rug, and she cries and she keeps saying Cody's being mean. Yes, Cody's being kind of a jerk. I'm not giving him a pass, but it's like, it's just bizarre. So this episode has a little bit of that, and then where Mary has a nice little portion of this episode coming up where she makes the family video for Logan, where she forgets to push record, and she's like not filming. So I had some fun with that to give it my own spin. And then the quilt that Robin's, I guess, sister made, and then Cody needs to like write all over it. There's some funny. Oh, there's also Cody getting his hair cut by the hair barber Kennedy. The barber named Kennedy. So there's a lot of nice little bits in it. So I filmed that one this morning. My wife is under the weather, and I have singing a wedding on Saturday. So I'm a little nasal. I'm really hoping that she feels okay. First and foremost, I want her to feel better, but I'm hoping I don't come down with something, because when you get sick and you're a tenor, I'm a high singer. That would just be Murphy's Law. But just, it's all God's plan. We just go with it as it comes. So I will edit that new short and probably get it out hopefully by Saturday. I'm trying to get some sort of a routine, so the algorithm knows what to expect from me. As my routine is right now, I do live stream. Oh, I just spit. Sorry. I do a live stream, and I post my new videos, my throwback videos on either Saturday or Sunday, and my brand new videos Tuesday if I can get it done, or Wednesday. But I'm telling you, to get that video done by Tuesday, it's a lot, because I don't watch it on Sunday nights because we're in bed, because we're old people right now with a little baby. So we watch it first thing Monday morning on DVR, and then I gotta go up and write it. And writing it takes some time. I've talked about this before, but in case anybody's watching for the first time, I write the video, I write the short. I take notes. Yeah, get the flu shot. Do you get a flu shot, Mona? I'm curious. I have never gotten a flu shot. I'm not anti-vax or anything like that, but I don't know. I don't want to get the flu shot. I just don't. I feel like there's all the different strains of the flu, and you get a flu shot, people invariably always get some level of like feeling like crap after it. And then, I don't know. Yeah, you get it. Yeah, a lot of people do. I'm not against it. I just don't get it for myself, and we don't get that. But I've had vaccine. My son has gotten infinite vaccines since he was born. It's crazy how that never seems to end. But yeah, no jinx, knocking on paper. I've only had the flu once in my adult life, and it was not pleasant. But I have had COVID once, and that was awful too. I don't know if she's got. I'm not sure. I don't know. Not personal. I don't know, but it seems like she's not feeling too well. So we will have to see. But frustrating thing about parenting, I was trying to help out extra today with the little guy because she wasn't feeling well, and I went to put him down for his nap, and he just wouldn't go down for me. And I was like, I gotta go do a live stream, so I had to like hand him off. I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I kind of helped, but not enough probably. They do slow down. They do. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, I think they're going to hopefully slow down soon. He's not 2. He's still under 2. Anyhow, but everything is moving forward. I'll have the new short coming out. Okay, so let me talk a little bit about the poll I did, because I put out a poll. So as you will know, I've been doing the Sister Wives chronologically. So I'm doing every single episode, unless there's one I think I skipped in season one that was like so boring, and that was before I was really in my flow. So, but I've done every single episode. Oh, I'm getting a text. Thanks. I'm doing every single episode, and I've been doing them chronologically. So season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now I'm also doing season 19. But I'm realizing that season 18 seems to have had a lot of drama, or tea, as the kids say. So I'd put a poll out. What should I do next for my next throwback season? Should I do season 6 and keep working that way? Or should I do season 18 because of all the juicy gossip? And it was unanimous, almost unanimous. Season 18 was the call. So I am now going to shift my pattern a little bit and do season 18 next. So I think that's going to be much better for the channel. And then I'll continue. Obviously, I'm going to go back and do season 6 probably after that. So you can look forward to 2 weeks from now, or a week from now, I'll be getting into season 18. But I think I did a few of those episodes because I did the knife in the kidney. I don't know if that was season 18 or what season that was. If you know what season that was, let me know. I did knife in the kidney, and I did the Cody and Mary breakup. Okay. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by, Hazel. Have an awesome day. You're awesome. I appreciate all the comments. Have a good day. Be safe. And I did the Cody's COVID hypocrisy one where he like went to the wedding and danced, and Cody flexes his guns around the country. I think that was just one I made up for my mind. So those are kind of new. But anyway, I might have done some of them already, but I don't know. Anyway, so that's what's up with that. Little quick update on the 5th wife. So much have to do with sister wives. It's interesting. A year ago, I wouldn't have thought that my channel would be all about this right now, but it's great. It's fantastic. I'm having fun. I'm flexing my writing and comedy muscles, and the channel's growing. So I couldn't ask for anything more. If I'm so freaking, what's the word? I'm so principled that I can't do anything that has any positive result, then I'm a total freaking jerk, because I've like held out so long on being an actor. And now if I was like, well, I'm not going to do a show because it's too popular, that would be just idiotic. And I'm not an idiot, I swear. So I'm working on The 5th Wife, my 3rd feature film, which is a film based on the Sister Wives, but it's totally original content. It's all original. I wrote it out of my mind, kind of based on the premise of like, like what if they added a wife kind of thing. And I'm not going to say it happens or it doesn't happen. No spoilers, but the script is really solid. I love it. Actually, I love it. I can't wait for it to be done, but it's so much work. I've filmed about 11 or 12 pages of it so far, but I'm simultaneously doing these weekly shorts, so it's a lot. It's just a lot, but I've already started editing it. So the first 2 scenes are edited, that's going to make this, it's going to be amazing to have that. When I didn't do it that way with the first 2 feature films I made, I shot everything and then I started editing it, and it was just like really hard to like deal with all that footage. So I'm doing it differently now. I want to take a moment to thank Ramona once again for the super chat. That is just so cool. I've now received, I think, 3 super chats in my history as a YouTuber, as well as maybe 4 or 5 super thanks. And if you don't know what super thanks are, they're the little heart underneath a regular video, and they have a $ in it, and that's just a way to tip. I think you could tip whatever you want for that. So, and it's a 70-30 split for the creator on these types of things, whereas the ad revenue, once I put ads on, I think is like way more brutal than that. So it's not as good. Oh geez, I hope I'm not getting sick. It's just so funny. Being a singer, it's like, especially being a tenor, my voice teacher, may he rest in peace, he's the most beautiful man. He passed away of Lou Gehrig's disease about a year ago or so. Most beautiful guy. It's such a sad disease. I love that man. And he said that that he was sorry for me that I was a tenor, because a baritone could go out and drink wine and scream and shout and still be able to sing perfectly the next day. But a tenor, if it's even like 2 degrees colder, you're like, your voice gets, anyway. But I've been doing good. And that concert I did early last week, which I posted about, and I shared a video from, that was a very good thing for me to get me back in the scene. And somebody I worked with in that does wedding gigs as like a side gig with a great band, and they invited me to sing one of these weddings with them, and it pays really well. And so I'm very, very happy and lucky. But I'm a tenor, so I got to sing stuff like, I'm going to tell you some of the songs I'll be singing at this wedding on Saturday. It's like Don't Stop Believin', okay? Which, just a small town girl living in a lonely world. Like, I don't know if I'm in the right key. I think I am. That is so high. What an amazing singer that guy is. He's the most Steve Perry. He's like probably the best rock singer. One of my favorites. Obviously, Freddie Mercury is probably the best in the world ever. But then I got to do "Living on a Prayer" by Bon Jovi, and I never gave John Bon Jovi credit for how freaking ridiculously high his voice is. I'm not even going to do it right now, but I'll do it in falsetto because I already practiced today and need to chill. But think about it. Just think about it. Okay, think about this right now. Whoa, living on a prayer, take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Whoa, living on a prayer. That is so high. Think about how high that is. And I got it, because I'm a high singer. I can do it, but hopefully I don't get sick. Okay, no whammies, jinx, no whammies, no jinx, no jinx, knock me on wood. Oh. I did a sinus rinse before this. That's why I sound extra nasal. Sinus rinse is like you just boil water and you put these saline packets in the water and you go up and down. It's not a neti pot. Everyone's like, oh yeah, neti pot. No, it's a little different. They're like, you just squeeze it up and then it kind of cleans. So I'm extra nasal right now. I know you were all very concerned about my sinuses. I know you were. Whew. I've always felt like I could sing anything. I'm like one of those people like, I can sing anything. I could do it. If anyone in the world has ever done it, I can do it. Actually, that's how I feel about everything. And it's maybe a little crazy, but I think I can do it. But then there's also some physiological things that are unique to other people. Some people have a different neck, a different nose, a different sinuses, a different rib cage. And you can't, I try to mimic. I'm a good mimic, but I'm also a good singer. But it's like, you can't always copy everything. And if, an example, like, I don't know if I can do "Living on a Prayer" the way John Bon Jovi does it, but I can do it. I can do it my DiffeRant Jeff way. Oh my gosh, it affects it so much because you're tone deaf. Well, I always say anybody can be a singer. I guess if you're truly tone deaf, then that can make it a little challenging. But listen to Bob Dylan's voice. He may have one of the most ugly sounding voices in the history of the world, and yet we all love him, or I love him. And I'll like think his voice is amazing, but he's like sounds like a freaking dog that got his toe stepped on. Paw. Mona, do dogs have toes or paws? Anyway, he saved a person like 2 weeks ago, stopped a lady from jumping off a bridge. He did? Whoa. So she was, oh, wow. I didn't know that. That's amazing. He seems like he'd be a good guy. Pause. All right. Thank you. If anybody has any questions about dog-related things, other Mona, also known as Otter Mona, she can answer your questions. She is I won't get into any personal details, but she is a dog expert and a very kind soul. Anyways, what I was saying about the concert this weekend is the songs that I sing, because I'm the tenor who was hired for this particular gig. I'm basically just a substitute. I have some really high songs, but I also get to sing "What Do You Fill Me Up, Buttercup Baby, Just to Let Me Down," and what else? "Oh, What a Night." You know, a lot of like high songs, good stuff. So hopefully it goes well. So that's pretty much it, I think. I did want to tell a little, what was I going to say? I wanted to talk a little bit about some of my non-sister wife ideas quickly, and then I'm going to tie it up because my voice is actually tired. But so the fifth wife is in the process. I'm working on it, and it's going to take a while. I don't know how long it's going to take because it's just a fine line. If I could film all day long, I could probably be done a lot quicker. But because my son's nap time falls right in like the key time of the day where I would be working, and I'm not going to film at night, not going to film during dinner time, all those things. So it kind of limits the time. I end up filming almost all my shorts. I end up filming like between like 7:45 and like 9 a.m. in the morning. I don't know if you would expect that or not, but I would not have expected that of myself in the past. I always would think like, I used to be a party animal, like maniac, and now I'm totally sober. And so I wake up early and I am productive now. But I used to be not very productive. I'll get more into details about that maybe one day in the future if anybody's interested. But I am a proponent of being clear-headed, and the world is so bizarre, and it's just like important to have your wits about you. I think, we could always be high and drunk, and that might feel good. But if you really think about, what is required of us to be our best, I think being clear-headed is the most important thing. I feel very, very strongly about that. It frustrates me because of how permissive things are now. Yeah, thank you. I'm actually 14 plus years sober. after being about 12 years fully in a cloud, fully. So I've had no problem staying sober, thank God. It was always easy. It was like one of those, I guess I'm talking about this today a little bit. One of those, like fear of death things. Is kind of like you hit your bottom. I always say God, when I talk about God, I'm not really speaking about God in a religious context. I have nothing against religion at all, but just sometimes people hear the word God and they're like, oh, I don't want to hear about that. But for me, God is just, God is everything. God is that's another thing I want to talk more about one time. But I felt like God kind of like held me to the fire and was like, if you don't change your ways, you are not going to live. And that, at least that's what I felt. It was very scary. And so thank God. I feel that actually I'm lucky that that's how I got sober, because I think other people aren't so lucky and they have to kind of, claw their way out of like the monotony. And that's hard. So anyways, I encourage anybody out there who sees this or may see this to, try to find your best self, your clear-headed self. So anyway, that's where I'm at. That's why I'm able to function, be a good dad and all that stuff. Yeah. Thank you. I thank you very much. It feels awesome. Every time it comes around, I'm like, I have to celebrate this somehow. It's usually in the summer or my anniversary. Usually, no, it's in the summer, always. Okay, so that's everything I wanted to say. I just wanted to say one more thing. I've always wanted to make movies. I love movies. The way movies make me feel is what I want to make other people feel. So I do have 2 feature films on my channel so far. You're Fired, James, and the Oki's Lost Treasure. The Oki's Lost Treasure and The Fifth Wife, which I'm working on now, are parody feature films done on my green screen. So they're definitely a different animal. But I want to make other feature films that are not on the green screen, like my first one, You're Fired, James. And I have all these characters. I have all these ideas. I have so many characters I do. And I have lots of ideas. So I don't know. I'm just going to tell you, I've kind of mentioned it once. I'm working on a concept called Me and My Child's Toys, which is, I'm still working on. I'm still writing it. And it's, how long have I been going today? 37 minutes. All right, I'm going to wrap it up pretty soon. But very soon, actually. But unless you have any thoughts, any questions, like hit me up. But I'm going to, otherwise, I don't want to ramble on too much longer. But Me and My Child's Toys is about a guy who is a salesman, and he just struggles that existence of trying to make a sale and how hard it is. Yes, Giebel is definitely a movie too. And Giebel is, but it's a short. Technically, it's a short film. I have 2 movies for the character Giebel I've made. Actually made those with the budget. The only 2 things I ever made with the budget through all the union. It was a lot of work. I had a crew. Everything I do now is solo. I have no crew, no budget, nothing. But my Giebel shorts. If you're new to the channel, check out Giebel, a short film, and the Giebel Show. The Giebel Show was my attempt at making a pilot, and I submitted it to tons of film festivals and got rejected from pretty much everywhere except for one. And then same thing with the Giebel Show. Oh no, sorry, with Giebel, a short film. Great titles. That was my first thing I ever did, and I got into one film festival, but I got rejected from so many. But I don't consider short films to be a film. I consider a film to be like a longer. Thank you. I love that character. Giebel is probably one of my favorite. No, not probably. Obviously, he's one of my favorite characters, and I think he might be my best. I have a feature film in mind for Giebel as well, where he migrates over to live with his uncle to help his family out. So I have a full length thing, but I don't know if I'll get to it. It's so weird. Time flies. I that's another thing, to go back to the sobriety thing. I came out of college and I was cocky, hyper confident, or maybe that's the same thing. I don't know. Actually, that's not fair. I wasn't cocky. I was not a bad person. I just was so confident, and I think that being young, being 21, 22 and coming to New York, getting an agent, going to all these auditions, people can just like see that and they want a piece of that. So I was involved with so much stuff then. But because I had my head in the clouds a lot of that time, I squandered lots of opportunities that I could have probably taken my career further at the time. But now this is where we are now. And so it's a great place to be now. I'm very glad to be here now. And I can't wait to see what I can make out of this life from here on out. But I'm really enjoying where it is right now. Think about this. We're in the wind up, and you are all a part of this with me. I'm about to start monetizing the channel in a couple weeks. and then that will just be cool. And then I'll keep growing and hopefully keep growing. But I don't know if I should keep doing these live streams or not every week. I'm curious to know what y'all think. I feel like if you're watching, you're enjoying it, and I appreciate you. But also, they're not really gaining me any subscriber. I feel like this is a community building thing, maybe. So curious your feedback. But anyways, the Me and My Child's Toys is about a guy who kind of talks to the stuffed animals, and the stuffed animals have voices, because that's the case with Me and My Kids' Toys. All of his stuffed animals have very established personalities and voices, and I love them. They're great. I've always loved my stuffed animals. I've always had this thing about anthropomorphism, where it's like, the jacket has feelings, and you don't want it to feel bad. Hey, fairy elephant, how are you? Thank you. Good to see you. I have to block the light so I can read that. Nice to see you today. Thanks for dropping by. But so this feature I'm working on, slowly writing it, is going to be about a guy who he's not exactly me though. That's the thing. He's me, but he's not. He's a salesman, and he doesn't leave his house. And oh, that's good. As long as you guys are enjoying it, I think. Yeah. You know what? Thank you. Honestly, I thought about this today. Even if it's not getting me a lot of watch time, if a few of you are enjoying it, then that's worth it for me. If it's a way to give back. It's hard for me to say I'm giving back to you guys because I'm talking about myself, which is I'm self-aware enough to know that that's not necessarily a service I'm doing for anybody else other than myself. So I don't know, but I hope you all are enjoying it, and I'm very grateful for you all. Very, very. I enjoy reading the comments on the videos, and anyway, I'm probably going to leave it at that today for the most part, unless you have any other questions. I'm working on writing that new story, and I don't want to give too much else about it. Is he dressing up for Halloween? Yes, he will. He will. We're still debating on what he should be. I don't know about you all. Feel free to let me know. But when we were growing up, we only did handmade costumes because money was really tight. We only did handmade costumes, and my mom's a genius and a brilliant artist, and she would make some stuff up. There was one year where I was a split personality, and she made me into like a punk and a nerd. There's a picture of, a physical picture somewhere. It was unbelievable what she did. So cool. Like ripped up shirt, like a skull that she painted the shirt, skull on one side, and like, clothespins, and my hair was spiked up and weird, like star makeup, crazy stuff. And then super, super funny nerd with a pocket protector on the other side. So I grew up with that. Like, I think the Halloween costume should be homemade, or at least somewhat homemade. I don't know about you all, but we're not sure. We've thought about maybe a little chipmunk. We love Chippy. I love chipmunks. I call chipmunks chippies. And if you see a chippy, we sometimes see them on our property, and I get so happy to see a little chipmunk. So that's one option. We did a Peter Rabbit thing. My wife loves the Peter Rabbit thing, so that's another option. Yeah, please do. Thank you. Sincerely, I'm not just saying this. When I see someone new who comments and is a part of the group, it really makes me feel like things are going in a good direction. Because sometimes I'll be like, you go through a period of time where things don't really change much, and you're like still very grateful to have regulars. But I love to have new regulars and get to know you guys. And so thanks for stopping by and continue to engage. It helps. Yeah, so he's gonna probably dress up as something, and then we'll probably try to dress up as something as well. Last year we walked around. I'm embarrassed. My wife wore some bunny ears, and I wore like this really garish mask that I bought at some store that was just like on top of my head. And we were walking around. The little guy was just a little pumpkin, but he was just like 4 or 5 months old that time. Okay, drive safe. Thank you so much for your kindness. Awesome. All right, I'll definitely check out what you do. Crochet dolls, local art witch. Spooky. I like it. Yeah, I don't know. Ramona, what about you all? You guys getting dressed up? Thank you. Thank you so much. Y'all gonna dress up? Dress up as the lead singer from Korn? All right, y'all. I'm gonna wrap this up now. 45 minutes of chit-chatting with y'all. All this was just to say I'm celebrating 2,000 subscribers, and we're going onward and upward. I appreciate you all support and your help. And thanks, Ramona, again for the super chat. Is extremely generous. You're so generous and kind every single time, every day. I love that. I could see that. Well, same thing over here today. Not only did I do the 5 characters of Sister Wives, I also did Mona, the realtor, and Kennedy, the barber. So I did 2 extra characters today, and I thought about filming more stuff, but it just time goes so fast, and I'm like, I gotta stop. So, but I have so many other things I wanted to do. I want to be doing, but I think I just got to keep my feet on the rails and doing exactly what I'm doing for a little while longer and not change it up too much because it's working really well. I feel like people try to reinvent things when it's going well is really a bad move, and I'm not going to do that right now. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Have an awesome day. I'll try to do another live sometime. I'm definitely going to do a big live stream or a big video when I hit the 4,000 watch hours. And then if that comes next week, I'll do it then. And if not, I'll just go live for a little bit next week just to touch base and say hi. I'll try to give you a little bit of notice. It's always hard to give notice. That's the problem. If I give more notice, I think more people would watch. But one other thing is that one of the channel perks I gave to the DiffeRant stars channel members, which is the second tier of my channel membership. I have 1 member in that group, Tulips and Cats. Thank you very much, Tulips and Cats. I put the perk out for early access to videos, some videos, which I think is a good perk if you like it. But then I realized after I did that, you can't do a channel premiere of a video if you give early access out, which is frustrating because the premieres are another way to get super chats and super thanks and things that people can engage with. So I got to find my middle ground where I can release some videos early for my members and some I don't. So I just want to thank everyone again for all the support and hope you all are doing well, staying healthy, staying happy, and make some art today. Do something, do your hobby. And I'm going to spend the rest of the day looking after my little guy and my girl. All right, everyone. Thanks again. Have an